First of all, I do think the Lions can afford to pick an offensive player in the first round. I don't believe it has to be all defense because, again, you need either depth or you need just quality players everywhere. And if it were me, it starts at the quarterback position for me. And it starts at 6, and it starts with the likes of Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud. If one of those quarterbacks falls to you, those are two quarterbacks that I believe are absolutely worth heavy consideration at 6 for a multitude of reasons. And honestly, calm down if you think that my number one reason is because I think Jared Goff is going to fall off a cliff, because it's not. It has literally nothing to do with what Jared does next year, but it has everything to do with the fact of, you have no other quarterbacks on your roster right now. Now, I'm sure they will fix that once free agency starts. I'm sure they will add a veteran. But I think this team would benefit greatly from having a young quarterback that they can develop within their system, that whether Jared continues to play well for the next 2 to 3 years, or if he only plays well for another year and then falls off a cliff, you have someone that you're invested in, that you can be invested in for the next 4 to 5 years in their hands-on development to potentially hand the keys over to that player if you really believe in their talent, which I believe CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson have. Anthony Richardson, lightning in a bottle. He seems to be like the big play threat. He's getting comparisons to Josh Allen. He's getting comparisons to Cam Newton, like that level of superstardom, where if you can hit on that, that's a great luxury to have and to be able to develop, and not to stunt his growth by throwing him into the fire too early, and allowing him to learn behind a Jared Goff. CJ Stroud, listen, if you're someone who's going to bring up what CJ Stroud did against Michigan, it's not going to faze me, because at the end of the day, the dude still threw over 80 touchdowns and 12 interceptions as a 2-year starter at Ohio State. Like, those are amazing numbers. And he looks to be an amazing thrower of the football. He's a little more athletic than you would expect him to be. And I think if he fell to you at 6, like I said, I'm not saying the Lions will. I don't think the Lions will. I don't think this is something they would do, but it was something that I would heavily consider for the longevity of your team and for the growth of your franchise going forward, and thinking beyond the one guy that you have.